It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Keep it up, guys.
Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
On first down, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they're right past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. And this is caught by Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Mahomes now to throw, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Doho. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got it.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. Mayfield on play action, sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and put it on.
The Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark finding his way home to get the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. He'll buy some time right. He's got the hook up to down Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports.
Just like that.
They go with Chubb on second down. There's some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's still first down. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to him.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that doesn't no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 13 yards there to Kansas City first down. Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They complete it to Hill. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's getting his man. That's Hardman. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the one. And again, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up up to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A second down throw for Mayfield. It's caught. Becker. And he'll be taken down. Not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Mayfield to throw. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. Show off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, trying to get it to Landry there.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here at the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing, Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. He finds Beckham, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This will be fielded at the 8. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Here we go. We have hit halftime. Hang on, we'll jump over halftime.
14, Chiefs 7.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they're going a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And they have the football, and they'll set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flips to his right. He's airing it out for what? He's got it in. Complete. And he takes this into the end zone for the Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 79 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find it. And he did there.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 81 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching and turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to put it into that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
To throw, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
And go! Interception, baby.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy learning to take the ball from.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll let him go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rashad Bateman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You got plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He just drive it back in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
A lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Yeah, that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flips to his right. This is caught by Williams. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for KC. 43 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they just use to check it down to him or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for... That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mahomes now to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes, flushed out right. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It's Kelsey on the ground. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, slim just left town on that.
They're down to none.
That's exactly right.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. And the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 81 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But that's the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 27.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. You know, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now he's into the clear. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.